Hello, everybody, and welcome to Humboldt Crabs Baseball on the Road. We are at beautiful Recreation Park near downtown Healdsburg as your Crabs take on the Healdsburg Prune Packers in the first game of a three-game series and the first league game in the season for the Crabs. I'm Liam Warner. I'll be taking you through all of the action this evening. The Crabs coming in at 12-0, but they're meeting a Prune Packers team that is very good and filled with high-end Division I talent. I'll just read off some of the schools that are featured in their starting lineup. You got Texas Tech, San Diego, South Carolina, 3 Cal guys, Michigan, San Jose State, Texas Tech, and Oregon. So this is going to be a very tough series for the Crabs and a very pivotal and tough week for the Crabs if they want to contend for that Pacific Empire League Championship Series. Let me give you the starting lineup for your visiting Crabs. That's always brought to you by the North Coast Co-op and Compass Community Credit Union. Leading off for the Crabs will be the second baseman, Keenan Morris. Batting second will be the center fielder, Jacob Pappas. Batting third will be the left fielder, Cameron Sewell. Batting fourth will be the right fielder, Adam Enyart. Batting fifth will be the designated hitter, Tate Medikoff. Batting sixth will be the first baseman, Houston Hirschkorn. Batting seventh will be the catcher, Liam Forsyth. Batting eighth will be the shortstop, Elijah McNeil. Batting ninth will be the third baseman, Michael Perazzo. And on the mound for the Crabs will be Miles Oliver. They will be facing Tanner Bradley for the Prune Packers out of the University of Oregon. We're about ready to get started right on time here in Healdsburg as Keenan Morris steps into the box. We're about ready to get started. The first pitch of the ball game is fouled back, and it's 0-1. The one pitch to Morris misses outside. And it's 1-1. Let me give you the defensive alignment for the Prune Packers. Left to right in the outfield, it will be Jacob French in left, Jay Souza in center, Alex Leopard in right. The 1-1 misses high and outside, and it's 2-1. Left to right in the infield, it will be J.C. Agard at third, Cade Campbell at short, Antonelli Savatere at second, Cade Ladahoff at first, and behind the plate will be Alex Burge. On the mound, of course, as I mentioned, Tanner Bradley, as that pitch is high and inside, 3-1. The Prune Packers, they won the first ever Pacific Empire League Championship, defeating the Lincoln Potters 2-1 in a best out of 3 series. Pitch is a line drive right to the first baseman, Ladahoff, and that is going to be the first out of the game. And that's going to bring in Jacob Pappas. Morris coming in for that at-bat was batting .372, 5 walks, 5 RBIs, 7 stolen bases. Pitch to Pappas is inside, and it's 1-0. Pappas, of course, off to a great start as a Crab. In 4 games, he's only batting .647. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. Nasty breaking ball from Bradley. It's 1-1. It's 1-1 to Pappas in the dirt. And it's 2-1. Pappas also has 5 RBIs, a couple of walks, a couple of stolen bases. 2-1 swung on and missed again. Pappas bites at that breaking ball for a second time. It's 2-2. Two pitch, just misses inside, and it's 3-2. For those watching on YouTube, I do apologize about the viewing angle, but there is no press box here at Recreation Park, so I do have to sit at the top of the stands, and only the best I can do with the camera. The 3-2 is called strike 3. 2 away, and from where I'm sitting, as you can see on YouTube, I'm to the left of home plate. I can't really see the strike zone very well, but that looked like a really good pitch. 2 away, that's going to bring in Cameron Sewell. Batting 400 in 8 games. 1 home run, 9 RBIs, 5 walks. He's been hit 4 times. It's tied for the team lead. Packed house here in Healdsburg tonight on this Tuesday night. Stands are nearly full. Pitch to Sewell. And for a called strike, 0-1. Nice weather here in Healdsburg. Last check, about mid-80s, not too bad. The 0-1 misses low, and it's 1-1. I don't blame fans for packing the stadium. I mean, this team, this Prune Packers team is very good. 1-1 misses outside. It's 2-1. And the Crabs, this is going to be a really good test of what this team is made of this week. Playing the 2 best teams in the Pacific Empire League. They went 0-6 on the same road trip last season. They're looking for an improvement. 2-1. This is inside, and it's 3-1 to Sewell. One pitch, high and inside, ball 4. So Sewell will head down to first, runner at first with 2 outs, and that's going to bring in Adam Enyard, who has been outstanding, to say the least. Batting .394, 5 home runs, 20 RBIs. That leads the team by 8. 8 walks. He's been hit once, and if he keeps hitting home runs at this pace, he's going to shatter Damian Henderson's home run record, but we'll have to see about that. Pitch to Enyard is way inside. Has to duck out of the way. It's 1-0. Pitch, called strike, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 is a high chopper to the third baseman. He's going to throw to second for the force, and that's going to do it for the Crabs here in the top of the first. They failed to score. It is Crabs 0, Healdsburg coming up in the bottom of the first inning. You're listening to Humboldt Crabs Baseball on Humboldt's ESPN 107.3 FM, 1340 AM. Welcome back to Healdsburg, bottom of the first is Crabs 0, Prune Packers coming up. Let me set the defense for the Crabs real quick. Left to right in the outfield. Cameron Sewell is in left. Jacob Pappas is in center. Adam Enyard is in right. Left to right in the infield. Michael Perazzo at third. Elijah McNeil at short. Keenan Morris at second. Houston Hirschcore is at first. Liam Forsyth is behind the plate. And Miles Oliver, College of the Redwoods product, is on the mound. And he has had a fantastic start to the season for the Crabs. It'll be Jay Souza leading it off for the Prune Packers. Oliver has started 2 games, 11 innings pitched. He has only given up 4 hits. He has not allowed an earned run. He has walked 5, struck out 19, and is 2-0 on the season. It doesn't really get much better than that. So Jay Souza will step in. Pitch to him, misses inside 1-0. I'll give you the rest of the Prune Packers lineup in just a second. 1-0 pitch way high and inside, and it's 2-0. Rest of the lineup for the Prune Packers, batting second will be the right fielder Alex Leopard. Batting third will be the designated hitter Logan Sutter. Batting fourth will be the left fielder Jacob French. Batting fifth will be the catcher Alex Burge, as that ball is a high fly ball in the right center field. Coming in and making the catch is Pappas, the center fielder, one away. To finish out that lineup, Cade Ladahoff will bat sixth, the first baseman. Batting seventh will be the third baseman, J.C. Agard. Batting eighth will be the shortstop, Cade Campbell. Batting ninth will be the second baseman, Antonelli Savatere. And Alex Leopard will step in. He's definitely a returner to this team. I remember him from last season. Pitch to Leopard. And not sure what they called. I guess that hit him. So Leopard will head down to first. And that's going to bring in Logan Sutter. So runner at first with 1 out. Just Sutter in there for a called strike 0-1. It didn't really look like it hit him, but it could have scraped his jersey. Although again, as I said, my viewing angle is not the best. Throw to first, and Leopard is back in standing. Oh, 1 just misses up high, and it's 1-1. One pitch swung on and missed. 1-2. Logan Sutter out of South Carolina. An SEC school represented in this lineup. Throw over to first, kind of skipped it. Oliver skipped it over to the first baseman, Houston Hirschkorn, but Hirschkorn does a good job at playing it as well as he could. 1-2, misses outside, and it's 2-2. Runner at first, 1 out. In the bottom of the first inning, 2-2 count to Logan Sutter. Pitches in the dirt, gets past the catcher, Forsyth, and that actually hit Logan Sutter. So he's going to head down to first. That's a dead ball. I'll make it first and second with 1 out. That'll bring in Jacob French. Another hit by pitch that was not obvious from where I'm sitting, but I guess it just got him. All right, so a bit of trouble for Miles Oliver. And the pitch is outside. Runners go. The throw down to third, and they are both safe. So the double steal. I'll make it second and third with 1 out. And a 1-0 count to Jacob French. And that ball is fouled off to the left, and it's 1-1. This is up high, 2-1. Stands keep filling up here at Recreation Park. It is absolutely packed. Two one is hit foul right towards the Prune Packers dugout on the third base line. It's 2-2. 2-2, and that hits Jacob French, and that's 3 hit batters by Miles Oliver here in the first. Bases loaded, 1 out, and that's going to bring in Alex Burge. Miles Oliver in some serious trouble here in the first inning, and that's going to bring out Crabs pitching coach Eric Giacone to go out to talk to him. In the meantime, I'll let you know that Crabs Baseball is brought to you by Baywood Golf and Country Club, also by Big Blue Cafe. Visit the Crabs' favorite, the Big Blue Cafe on the Plaza in Arcata, serving breakfast and lunch all day. Welcome home to the Big Blue, and by Crestmark Millwork. Crestmark Millwork is a local manufacturer of custom cabinetry and millwork for commercial projects throughout California and Oregon, creating signature elements of extraordinary spaces since 1997. Crestmark is committed to promoting a healthy and productive society by investing in the relationships with our employees, local communities, suppliers, and customers. All right. Miles Oliver has a serious jam to get out of here. Burge in the box. Pitches low, 1-0. Ooh, just misses high. It's 2-0. High angle, that did not miss by much. Two-0. Misses just outside. It's 3-0, and there's nowhere to put Alex Burge. Miles Oliver in danger of walking in a run. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Three-0 in there for a called strike. It's 3-1.
Hey, how are you doing? It's good to see you.
3-1 is fouled straight back to the screen. And the count goes full 3-2. It's been the one issue for the Crabs this season. Their pitching has given up a lot of walks and hit by pitches. The offense has been great. 3-2 is a high fly ball out to left field. The left fielder back making the catch. The runner tags up from third. Great throw in, but he's going to score. And the Prune Packers lead 1-0. Both runners move up. So it'll be second and third with 2 outs. That'll bring in Kay Ledehoff. It was a great throw from Cameron Sewell in left field, just a bit offline. Very strong throw. Throw was more online. They could have got the runner trying to score. Just Ledehoff way up high, 1-0. One 0 in there for a called strike, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 is right to the shortstop. Throw over to first, and that's going to do it. A great play by Elijah McNeil on a very hard hit ground ball, and that's going to do it for the Prune Packers here in the first. Crabs limit the damage to 1. It's 1-0 Prune Packers as we head to the top of the second. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, ESPN 107.3 FM. Welcome back here to Wine Country. We are here at Recreation Park, right near downtown Healdsburg. Top of the second inning. Prune Packers lead the Crabs by a score of 1-0. It will be Medikoff, Hirschkorn, and Forsyth due up for the Crabs. Medikoff misses outside, 1-0. One 0 in the dirt, and it's 2-0. Go to Medikoff is swung on and missed, and it's 2-1. Medikoff so far in 3 games, batting .455, 2 RBIs, 1 walk. And that ball's a high chopper to the shortstop, throw over to first. And he is out. The first baseman dropped the ball, but well after catch, so 1 away. And that's going to bring in Houston Hirschkorn. In 2 games, he is 3 for 8. He's been hit a couple of times. To Hirschkorn, misses outside, 1-0. Is swung on and missed. Another nasty breaking ball from pitcher Bradley. It's 1-1. And therefore a called strike, and it's 1-2. Neither team with a hit. The Prune Packers got their one run from Miles Oliver hitting 3 batters and then a sac fly. 1-2, right down the middle, called strike 3, 2 away. At least right down the middle from my perspective. That's going to bring in Liam Forsyth. Nobody on, 2 outs. Forsyth in 8 games. Another very high batting average, .407. 7 RBIs, 6 walks, a couple of stolen bases. There are 4 Crabs hitting at or above 400 so far. Pitch to Forsyth is low, 1-0. .1-0 pitch. Now for a called strike, it's 1-1. One pitch swung on and missed. Man, that breaking ball from Tanner Bradley has fooled quite a few Crabs here so far. Guessing it's a changeup. Several of the Crabs have been well out in front. 1-2 swung on and missed again, and there's that pitch that Tanner Bradley has been using so well, and that's going to do it for the Crabs here in the bottom of the second, top of the second. They go in order. It is 1-0 Prune Packers as we head to the bottom of the second. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, Humboldt's ESPN 107.3 FM. Welcome back to Healdsburg. Bottom of the second inning. The Prune Packers lead the Crabs by a score of 1-0. J.C. Agard will step in. It's Miles Oliver. Pitches outside 1-0. Agard will be followed by Kay Campbell and Antonelli Sabatere. 1-0 is fouled straight back on top of the Crabs dugout. It's 1-1. And here at Recreation Park, the dugouts are actual dugouts. They are dug out below ground. The 1-1 is a high fly ball to right center field. The center fielder's looking up, and that thing is way gone. There is absolutely no doubt about that one. J.C. Agard with a solo shot to right center, and the Prune Packers lead 2-0. I mean, you could close your eyes and just hear the sound off the bat, and you knew that one was gone. This is a potent lineup. It's going to bring in Kay Campbell. This is going to be a very tough series for the Crabs. Just Campbell up high, 1-0. 1-0 misses way outside, 2-0. Two-0 pitch swung on and missed. It's 2-1. Drops it right in there. Beautiful pitch from Oliver, 2-2. Two is sprayed foul off to the right. We'll do it again, 2-2. Prune Packers manager and GM Joey Gomes, I mean, he must have some serious connections because he is able to bring in some high-end talent. The 2-2 fouled off again. We'll do it over 2-2. Caliber of schools that he pulls talent from is, aside from Lincoln, unlike any other team in the league. 2-2 is a high drive out to left center field. The center fielder going back near the wall and making the catch. Jacob Pappas. I mean, that had a nice sound off the bat, too. I thought that one was going to be gone, but just died out there in the outfield. So one away. It's going to bring in Antonelli Sabatere. Sabatere in there for a called strike, 0-1. Now just based on looking at the outfield here in Healdsburg, I don't know the exact dimensions, but I would imagine they're smaller than the Arcata ballpark. Pitches outside, 1-1. I think the Arcata ballpark, at least from sitting back here and looking at the outfield, like I said, looks to be bigger. 1-1. Ooh, just misses outside. And it's 2-1. Also looks like the outfield doubles as a football field. So there's a football press box and stands out in right field. 2-1 is fouled straight back. And it's 2-2. Here at Recreation Park, the seating is all wood and it is all covered. So if you're looking to stay out of the sun, this is a great place to watch a ball game, unless you're one of the few fans sitting out in the bleachers down the first or third base lines. Those are out in the sun. 2-2, just misses outside. Count goes full, 3-2. Three-two is a high fly ball to right fielder going back, looking up, and that ball is gone. So Sabatere with a solo shot to right, and it's 3-0 Prune Packers, and this looks like pretty much a carbon copy of what the Prune Packers did to the Crabs here last season. I mean, just a barrage of home runs. Bring back the top of the order, and Jay Souza. Souza in there for a called strike, 0-1. I was saying on the last broadcast, I mean, no disrespect to any of the teams that have come into the Arcata ballpark so far this season, but this Healdsburg team is just different. Pitches swung on and missed. Nasty breaking ball from Oliver, 0-2. The level of talent that the Crabs are going to face in this Healdsburg team and the Lincoln team they're going to face this weekend is just levels above what they've already seen. 0-2 is way high and inside, 1-2. And Miles Oliver, who's dominated really so far coming into this game, is finding that out. 1-2 is in the dirt, and it's 2-2. I think, though, if the Crabs can cut down on the walks and cut down on the hit by pitches, you know, they could steal a win in this series. And I think getting 1 of 3 would be very good. I mean, obviously, 2 of 3 or a sweep, it would be even better. 2-2 is, and that hits. Oh, wait, no, they're going to say he swung, I believe. I believe the home plate umpire said that Souza went around and the ball hit him, so that's strike 3. So 2 away, and Prune Packers manager Joey Gomes is out to talk to the home plate umpire and get some clarification. So that's what I believe the home plate umpire called. And now the home plate umpire is he reversing the call? Because now Robin Guyver's, the Crabs manager, is coming out of his dugout. So now Prune Packers manager and Crabs manager Robin Guyver and Prune Packers manager Joey Gomes are standing at home plate talking with the home plate umpire. And based on what I'm seeing, the explanation from the home plate umpire is not going the Prune Packers manager's way. And that discussion is still ongoing. So we'll see what happens. And both managers are going to go back to their dugouts, and the call will remain as it is. So 2 away. Oh, nope, never mind. They have reversed the call. Now he's heading back to home plate, Jay Souza. So I am very confused. Jay Souza started to take off his gear, run towards first base, and then came back. And now the home plate umpire is talking to Prune Packers manager Joey Gomes again. I don't understand what's going on. Seems like everybody on the field is pretty confused right now, despite a lot of explanation from the home plate umpire. And now Miles Oliver is going to throw some pitches to stay warm. And oh no, so now they're going to return Souza to the batter's box, and it's going to be 2-2 now with 1 out. Maybe they ruled that it was a foul ball. Hit off his bat. Now the count is 3-2. Anyway, pitch is fouled off, and we'll do it again 3-2. I think the final ruling was that he did not go around and the pitch did not hit him, so it was just a ball. That took a lot of figuring out. The 3-2 is lined off towards the Crabs bullpen, where all the bullpen guys are sitting on the first base line. It's still 3-2. Luckily, they're sitting right next to a fence, so they're not in too much danger. 3-2 is low and outside, ball 4. So runner at first, I believe there's only 1 out. The scoreboard still says 2 outs. I believe there's only 1 out. And that's going to bring in, yep, they just changed it to 1 out, Alex Leopard. Confusing times here in Healdsburg. I don't get a whole lot of information at home, but I get even less information on the road. Pitch is lined foul off to the right, 0-1. I am sitting in the top row of the stand, so I really know as much as the rest of the fans do. Oh, 1. And did that hit him? It kind of sounded like it did. And he's being called back, and now the umpire calls a strike. So now I guess it's, oh, what is going on? So Alex Leopard, it sounded like it hit him, but again, the home plate umpire, I guess, ruled that he went around? Or at the very least, it didn't hit him. Man. And now the home plate umpire is going to call the base umpires back, and they're going to have another discussion. I've not really seen that kind of situation happen once, and now I'm not sure what they ruled. Did they rule that it hit him? Robin Guyver is now coming out and seems upset. And Leopard is taking off his gear and now will head down to first. So the ruling is that it hit him. So now the situation is first and second with 1 out. I mean, with Jace Souza, it was a similar situation where as Sutter steps in, pitches inside 1-0. Umpire initially ruled that it hit him, and then the umpires had a meeting, and then both managers came out, and it happened again with Leopard, pretty much. The 1-0, both runners go. The throw down to third, and the runner is safe. So another double steal for the Prune Packers, and again, makes it second and third with 1 out for the second straight inning on a double steal. So second and third, 1 out, and a 1-1 count to Sutter. He's outside 2-1. And misses low and outside 3-1. Three-one pitch, misses low, ball 4. And again, for the second straight inning, bases loaded, 1 out. Miles Oliver getting himself into more trouble, and now Crabs manager Robin Guyver going out to the mound. And looks like he's going to make a change. So we're going to go back to the studio for a 60-second break. The situation is bases loaded, 1 out. Prune Packers up 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. You're listening to Chaotic Crabs Baseball, ESPN Radio 107.3 FM. Welcome back here to Healdsburg. Situation is bases loaded for the Prune Packers with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. New pitcher for the Crabs is number 19, Jonah Fragus. And he will pitch to Jacob French. And Miles Oliver just, had a really tough outing. Quite a few hit-by pitches, some walks, a couple of home runs. And the pitch is a check swing, and the home plate umpire rules he went around. It's 0-1. And Miles Oliver really was just the first Crabs pitcher to realize how difficult this Prune Packers lineup is to pitch to. 0-1 is fouled off towards the Prune Packers dugout down the third base line. It's 0-2. To the French is popped up off to the left, out of play and foul. Still 0-2. Just misses outside. Not by much. And it's 1-2. Fragus has only appeared in one game. I believe that was on Sunday, or maybe Saturday. He pitched 2 innings, did not give up any hits, any runs, and he struck out 3, got the win. And that's a line drive through the left side. That's going to be a base hit. 1 run's going to score. The second run, the plate, and he is out. What a great throw again from Cameron Sewell to cut down Leopard. So the Prune Packers do get 1, and it's 4-0. Sutter will go to third on the play. So it's an RBI single for French. First and third, 2 outs, and it's 4-0 Prune Packers. And a very chaotic and eventful inning. I'm bringing Alex Burge. Pitch to Burge is in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Cameron Sewell had a throw in the first inning that it was on line, it would have cut down the runner at the plate, and then in the next inning, he actually does cut down a runner at the plate. 1-0, runner goes, pitches low, the throw down to second is in time. Wow, and the fans here in Healdsburg are not happy. The runner coming in from third on that play, the run does not count. So that's going to be it for the Prune Packers here in the second. And wow, a lot happened. They get 3 runs. Like I said, 4-0 as we head to the top of the third. You're listening to very chaotic Crabs baseball, ESPN Radio 107.3 FM. Welcome back here to Sonoma County. Top of the third inning, Crabs trail the Prune Packers by a score of 4-0. It will be McNeil, Perazo, and Morris due up for the Crabs. And they're going to need to get their offense going if they're going to overcome this very potent Prune Packers offense. Pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. That's hit 2 home runs already. Crabs offense, of course, has been very good coming into this game, but they're really going to just have to outduel the Prune Packers. 0-1 is fouled back, and it's 0-2. 2-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. So McNeil down on 3 pitches. He's going to bring in Michael Perazo. Pitch to Perazo, swung on and missed, 0-1. Another nasty breaking ball from Bradley that a Crabs hitter is well out in front of. The 0-1 pitch skips in the dirt. 1-1. Perazo in 3 games. Very good offensive numbers. One, therefore called strike, and it's 1-2. Oh, my apologies, 7 games. Batting .393, 3 RBIs, 4 walks. 1-2, misses outside, and it's 2-2. Two swung on and missed, strike 3. I'm bringing the top of the order in Keenan Morris. That's 5 strikeouts for Tanner Bradley. Pitch to Morris is fouled off the plate, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is in the dirt, and it's 1-1. 1-1, ground ball to the right side. That's going to get through for a base hit. So Keenan Morris with the first hit of the game for the Crabs. The runner at first with 2 outs. That's going to bring in Jacob Pappas. And that pitch is fouled off the plate, and it's 0-1. Runner goes, the 0-1 misses inside. The throw down to second is way offline. That's going to allow Keenan Morris to steal second pretty easily. So runner at second with 2 outs. The count is 1-1. Jacob Pappas. And good chance for the Crabs to get on the board. One is in the dirt, and it's 2-1.
Did you get your buzzer? Wait, I tell you, I didn't wait very long for mine. What's that? Well, they had like 3 people.
2-1, right down the middle for a called strike. It's 2-2. Two swung on and missed strike 3, and again that changeup from Tanner Bradley just completely fools a Crabs hitter, and that's going to do it. Here in the third, the Crabs get a hit, but they trail 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, Humboldt's ESPN 107.3 FM, 1340 AM. Welcome back to Healdsburg. Crabs Baseball is brought to you by Cypress Grove. Cypress Grove is the leading producer of delicious artisan goat cheese, including Humboldt Fog, one of the most famous cheeses in the country. Proudly based in Arcata, California, Cypress Grove cheeses are available at cheese shops and grocery stores nationwide and online at cypressgrovecheese.com. There's nothing like that Humboldt Fog feeling, and I am definitely missing that Humboldt Fog right now, although the weather here in Healdsburg has been pretty mild. Pitch is high to Alex Burge. One O's in the dirt, and it's 2-0. Outside 3-0. Beautiful night for a ball game. I mean, given it's summer here in Sonoma County, I mean, temperature is only about 85 degrees at the start of the game. 3-1 in there for a called strike, or 3-0 in there for a called strike, and it's 3-1 now. And here in the stands at Rec Park, it is fully covered, shielded from the sun, at least in most of the seats. Pitches up high, ball 4. So Burge with the leadoff walk. And that's going to bring in Cade Ledehoff. I'll go with what the home PA announcer says. I'm sure he knows his team pretty well. Ledehoff broke his bat to the left side of the infield. Morris to second, on to first. Not in time, so they get the force out at second, and then Ledehoff is ruled safe at first, and the first base umpire said the first baseman, Hirschkorn, was pulled off the bag, and Robin Guyver is out there, and he's pretty upset. And Robin Guyver is about as animated out there as you'll see him get. And I couldn't see it very well, so I can't really tell you one way or the other, but I'll tell you, if Robin Guyver is this upset and he is close to being thrown out, Robin Guyver is now walking towards the home plate umpire telling him to go back to the dugout. And if Robin Guyver keeps talking, he's going to be thrown out of this ball game. And now Guyver heading back towards the first base umpire. Robin Guyver is not happy with the umpiring crew here in Healdsburg, to put it mildly, and now he is really, really upset at the first base umpire. Robin Guyver believes that the out was made at first with Hirschkorn's foot on the bag, but the first base umpire ruled that first baseman was pulled off. And Guyver is still arguing. Very animated. I always say, if Robin Guyver is upset about a call, he's probably, and now Robin Guyver has just been thrown out of this game. Robin Guyver has just been thrown out of this game, and he is continuing to argue with the first base umpire. Now the other base umpire now over there to talk to Robin, and he is very, very angry. He is still arguing with the first base umpire as they try to usher him off the field. There were a few calls regarding hit by pitch and swing or no swing that Guyver was upset about, and
Have a nice night.
now Robin Guyver is going to have to go sit somewhere out of the field of play. So I assume that means that pitching coach Eric Ciccone will take over as the acting manager. What a game. So after all that, Ledehoff is at first with one out. The force out was made at second. Perazo to Morris. And Robin Guyver's been run from this game in the third inning. And honestly, I can't remember the last time Robin Guyver was ejected. I mean, Robin is a very level-headed manager. He does not get upset easily, and if he does get upset, I mean, he really has to feel some serious conviction that the call was wrong. Anyway, J.C. Agard is going to step in against Fragus. The pitch is outside, and Fragus did check his swing. There was no appeal. 1-0. One-0 is swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. I feel like we've played a whole baseball game already. It's only the bottom of the third. One misses inside, and it's 2-1. Two-one, misses inside, and it's 3-1. That's a line drive into left field. That's a base hit. Stopping at second will be Laidhoff. And they'll be first and second with 1 out. I'm bringing Kay Campbell. Pitch to Campbell, and that is fouled off down the third base line, 0-1. I see Robin sitting on a bucket behind the Crabs bullpen down the first base line. Technically, he's out of the dugout, so that's allowed. The 0-1 in there for a called strike, and it's 0-2. I don't remember the last time Robin was tossed from a game. I don't remember ever seeing Robin get tossed this early from a game. Oh-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. And there's 2 away. Savatere will step in. Pitch in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. 0-1, a check swing, and that's a slow grounder to the shortstop. And that he throws to first, and that's going to do it. Elijah McNeil making the play. That's going to do it for the Prune Packers here in the third. They lead 4-0 as we head to the top of the fourth inning. You're listening to Frustrating Crabs Baseball, ESPN 107.3 FM. Welcome back to Healdsburg, 4-0 Prune Packers. Here in the top of the 4th inning, Crabs Baseball is brought to you by Charleston Tree Services. We're here to help with your growing concerns. Our locally owned and operated family business has served homeowners and commercial property owners throughout Humboldt County since 2007. All right, well, it's been a frustrating game for the Crabs so far. They trail 4-0. Robin Guyver was ejected from the game in the bottom of the 3rd after several calls he was unhappy about, didn't go the Crabs' way. Sewell will step in and hits a ground ball right to the second baseman Savateri onto first, one away. I'm bringing Adam Menyard. I mean, if the Crabs are going to come back and win this game, they need to get something going and get it going soon, because based on my past experience with the Healdsburg Prune Packers, I doubt that 4-0 is where they're going to stop. Pitch to Enyard is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Prune Packers, the defending Pacific Empire League champions, and deservedly so last season. And it's looking like they're well on their way to doing so again this season. The 0-1 is swung on and missed, 0-2. And again and again and again, Tanner Bradley's changeup has just completely fooled Crabs hitters. Way out in front. Go-to pitch is a line drive out to right center field. The center fielder going back. It's up against the wall. Enyard is going to turn around first and cruise into second with a one-out double. And that was hit hard off the bat. That was a solid sound. And of course, it's Adam Enyard. I mean, he's been one of the Crabs' best hitters all season. Of course, 5 home runs coming into this game. So runner at second, one out. It's going to bring in Tate Medikoff. Medikoff, and he shatters his bat. Ground ball to the shortstop, and it hits off of his glove. Runner coming around third. He's going to score, and the Crabs are on the board. It's 4-1. That pitch completely sawed off Tate Medikoff's bat. And a large shard of the bat careened out towards the shortstop. And that's ruled a hit by the official scorer, and I would agree. It's an RBI single for Medikoff. Run first, one out and a run in. So that's a start for the Crabs. Got to start somewhere. Houston Hirschkorn looking to keep it going. Hirschkorn inside 1-0. I know Robin Guyver's ejection was definitely not just to fire up the team. You know, Robin Guyver's not that type of manager. I mean, if he's genuinely upset at a call, that's when he gets upset. The 1-0 is swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. But, I mean, the side effect from that is it does fire up a team when your manager gets tossed like that. So we'll see if it has that effect. 1-1 is swung on and missed, 1-2. Again, it's the changeup from Tanner Bradley. What you swung on a missed strike 3. I mean, it's almost comical, the way these Crabs hitters are just way out in front on Tanner Bradley's changeup. I mean, it's a good one. 2 away. Runner at first. It's going to bring in Liam Forsythe. I mean, the other, Crabs hitters in this lineup, they're watching Tanner Bradley's pitches, and it's not like they don't see it, but they're going up to the plate, and it's a lot of the same result. Pitch to Forsythe is a high chopper down the third base line, foul. 0-1. The 1 swung and missed. It's 0-2. And guess what? Forsythe was way out in front on a changeup. A pitcher's got a pitch working when he's able to do the same thing to multiple hitters over and over and over. That's what Tanner Bradley is doing to the Crabs lineup. Yo, 2 is a fly ball out to right field. The right fielder racing over. It's going to drop in front of him for a base hit. Heading into third is going to be Medikoff. So a single for Forsythe. First and third, 2 outs for the Crabs. And that's going to bring in Elijah McNeil. And Joey Gomes is going to go out to talk to Tanner Bradley. I think if Tanner Bradley just throws that changeup over and over and doesn't throw anything else, I think he'd do just fine. All the damage has been done on his fastball. So they meet out on the mound. I'll let you know the Crabs baseball is brought to you by Compass Community Credit Union. Team sponsor Compass Community Credit Union is happy to point you towards a better banking experience. Visit their conveniently located branches in Arcata and Eureka, or online at compassccu.org. That's compassccu.org. Crabs baseball is also brought to you by the North Coast Co-op. Meeting breaks up, and McNeil will step into the box. Crabs here with a good chance to make a dent in this 4-1 Prune Packer lead. Pitch to McNeil. In there for a called strike, 0-1. No one swung and missed. Guess what? It's the changeup, 0-2. And Elijah McNeil was way out in front. Man, Tanner Bradley made him look pretty silly there on that pitch, and that's going to do it for the Crabs here in the top of the fourth. But they do get a run. It's 4-1 Prune Packers as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, ESPN Radio, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to Healdsburg. It is 4-1 Prune Packers here in the bottom of the fourth. And a new pitcher on the mound for the Crabs. It is Baylor Sandberg. Crabs Baseball is brought to you by North Coast Mercantile, family owned and operated, serving Humboldt County since 1951. North Coast Mercantile brings you a fantastic assortment of domestic, import, and craft beers, as well as wines, spirits, non-alcoholic beverages, and snacks. Check out the North Coast Mercantile's Titus trailer in the right field beer garden in the Arcata Ballpark. 8 taps featuring local microbrews, wine, and cider. And by U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank, strengthening our local communities. Our commitments come to life through our people, programs, and policies. Together we can make a difference in the communities we serve. As Sandberg takes his warm-up pitches. He will face the top of the order, Souza, Leopard, and Sutter. I'll give you the numbers on Baylor. Sandberg has started 3 games. He's not come in relief yet. This is his first relief appearance for the Crabs. He's pitched 8 innings. In those 8 innings, he's given up 9 hits, 8 runs, all earned. He's walked 11, struck out 13. So like quite a few pitchers for the Crabs, the walk has been an issue for Sandberg. Pitch to Souza. Misses inside 1-0. Beautiful night here in Healdsburg. A packed house here on a Tuesday night. One-0 is a fly ball down the left field line. Left fielder racing over. And that ball is off the very top of the fence. And there's going to be a play at second, and the tag is not in there in time. It's going to be a leadoff double for Jace Souza. Cameron Sewell did a great job playing that off the wall. And another great throw. He's had a couple of really good throws. He cut down a runner at the plate earlier in this game, and another good throw to second. Almost got Jace Souza. But these Prune Packers, I mean, they're relentless. They're kind of like the, I hate to admit it, the PEL's version of the Dodgers. I mean, there's just not really a big weakness in their lineup. Pitch to Leopard in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Look, I mean, it's pretty simple. The Crabs are going to have to play really good, clean baseball if they're going to beat this team. They were unable to do it in Healdsburg last season. 0-1 in the dirt, and a great play by Forsythe to corral that baseball. Hold Souza at second. Crabs were swept in Healdsburg last season, and I don't remember any of the games being particularly close. Still a long way to go here tonight. 1-1 is fouled off the plate, and it's 1-2. In fact, Crabs fans, they were watching the team last season, definitely remember. I don't want to bring up any bad memories, but for those who don't know, the Crabs played the Prune Packers and the Potters on the road last season with 0-6 on that road trip. 1-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. Great breaking ball from Sandberg. 1 away. That's going to bring in Sutter. Pitch to Sutter in there for a called strike, 0-1. I overheard Crabs hitting coach Jeff Jackman, he's saying on the bus that, I mean, last year's road trip really just put the Crabs in a really big hole, and they just struggled to climb out of that hole for the rest of the season in league play, and they don't want to repeat that this season. The 0-1, swung on and missed, runner goes to third, high throw, the tag is down, but not in time. And Souza steals third, and this Healdsburg team can hit, but they are also very aggressive on the bases, and they are testing Liam Forsyth behind the plate like no other team has, even remotely. I mean, none of the teams the Crabs have faced have even been close to this aggressive on the bases. That pitch is a strike, by the way. It's 0-2. Pitches in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Runner at third with one out. 1-2 up high. It's 2-2. Crabs infield is in all the way around on the grass. Two-two pitch way outside, gets past Forsyth, and a great job by Forsyth to dive onto that baseball and hold Souza at third. He broke initially towards the plate and then had to put on the brakes. So Liam Forsyth really saved a run there. And a kick to his right, and he just pounced right on that ball and kind of tweaked his left shoulder a little bit. Jeff Giacomini kind of walking out towards the plate to check Forsyth, but waves him back to the dugout. The 3-2 is ball four. Sutter to first, first and third, one out. And that's going to bring in Jacob French. Pitch to French is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. My broadcast partner, Benjamin Schaefer, he did not, unfortunately, make this road trip to Healdsburg and Lincoln, but he should be with me on the trip to Medford. The 0-1 is a ground ball right to the second baseman. Morris, he throws to second for one, and that's all he's going to get. Run's going to score, and it's 5-1, Healdsburg. Runner at first with two outs and a run in, and it's going to bring in Alex Burge. Pitch to Burge is up high, 1-0. Throw to first, and French is back in safely. One-0 is in there for a called strike, and it's 1-1. Well, win or lose, I think it's really good for this Crabs team to face this Prune Packers team and see what the standard in the league is. Because they are definitely setting the standard here in the Pacific Empire League. The 1-1 is outside 2-1. Maybe that'll serve them well in future games in this series. And again, long way to go. We're only in the bottom of the fourth. Lots of time to come back. Throw over to first, and French is back in safely. I'm sure they heard about how good the Prune Packers were, but now they've definitely seen it. 2-1, and it's a ground ball right past the diving first baseman into right field for a base hit. Runner's rounding second. It's misplayed by the Crabs right fielder. He's being waved around, and he's going to score, and it's 6-1. So I assume it's going to be a hit, and then an error on the right fielder, Adam Enyard, who misplayed it out in right field. Burge, the second on that play. So runner at second, 2 outs. Right. Here's Laidhoff. Pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 is swung on and foul tipped at the plate. I think it caught a piece of the home plate umpire. Looks to be all right. It's 0-2. is up high, and it's 1-2 to Laidhoff. One-two pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-2. 2-2 pitch is lashed foul down the third base line. Still 2-2. A line drive into left field. That's a base hit. Runner being waved around third. He's going to come in to score easily, and it's 7-1 Prune Packers. I mean, this is exactly what they did to the Crabs here last year. I mean, they're just relentless. They don't stop with their offense. And now Eric Giacone, pitching coach, and now I assume who's the acting manager, after Robin Guyver was ejected in the third, now out to talk to Baylor Sandberg. Things are going pretty poorly here for the Crabs, but if you're a Giants fan, it's a very exciting night. Rafael Devers making his debut for the Giants. 1-1. Bottom of the third, just a little bit to the south of us in San Francisco. That news broke right after the Crabs game on Sunday ended. All right, J.C. Agard will step in. Runner at first, 2 outs, and 3 runs in here in the bottom of the fourth. Prune Packers lead 7-1. Pitch to Agard is in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. The 1 is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's going to do it here in the 4th for the Prune Packers, but they get 3 runs. They lead 7-1 as we head to the top of the 5th. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, ESPN Radio, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to Sonoma County. Top of the 5th inning. It is Prune Packers 7, Crabs 1. New pitcher on the mound for the Prune Packers. They replace a duck with another duck. It is number 33, Michael Mechna, also out of the University of Oregon. And he will face Perazo, Morris, and Pappas. And unfortunately, this is pretty much what I expected. I mean, I was hoping that the Crabs would fare a little bit better against the Prune Packers so far, but I mean, the Prune Packers just have so much talent. But look, I mean, the Crabs have shown a lot of heart so far this season and an ability to come back. So a long way to go, and also 2 more games after this to try to get a win. So Perazo steps in, pitches in there for a strike, and it's 0-1, and Perazo did not like that call very much. A 1 is grounded right to the third baseman, throw over to first, 1 away, and that bat is very much done. With 1 out, that'll bring Keenan Morris. Pitch to Morris is a high grounder off the glove of the third baseman. The shortstop fields it across his body, and it's not going to be in time. And Morris with an infield single. And that was just a high chopper off of the glove of the third baseman, Agard. And Kate Campbell tried to throw from deep in the hole, and he had no chance to get Morris. He's going to bring in Jacob Pappas. If you missed the start of the game, I was reading off some of the schools that the Prune Packers are from. Pitch to Pappas is a little nubber down to the first baseman, steps on the bag for 1. They try for second. It's not going to be in time, so get the out at first. Morris to second on the play, runner at second, 2 outs. That'll bring in Cameron Sewell. Some of the schools that are in the Prune Packers starting lineup: Texas Tech, San Diego, South Carolina, 3 Cal guys, Michigan, San Jose State, Texas Tech, and Oregon. 2 Oregon pitchers. Pitch to Sewell is in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 inside 1-1. And the Crabs, they have guys that come from good baseball schools too. UC Davis, Sac State, Fresno State. But the Crabs don't have as many Power 5 guys as the Prune Packers do. 1-1 is a high drive into right field. The right fielder going back, looking up, and that ball is gone. Cameron Sewell with a 2-run shot out to right field, and the Crabs cut into that lead. It's now 7-3. That was just a liner that got out of here. That's Sewell's second home run of the season. And Yard pitches a called strike. It's 0-1. So I was saying earlier, the field here at Recreation Park looks to have smaller dimensions than at the Arcata ballpark. The 0-1 called strike. It's 0-2. Already 3 home runs in this game, 2 from the Prune Packers. Of course, that one just hit by Cameron Sewell for the Crabs. 0-2 is fouled back. Still 0-2. O2 swung on and missed strike 3, but the Crabs get a couple of runs off of a 2-run shot from Cameron Sewell, but they trail 7-3. So we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, ESPN Radio 107.3 FM. Welcome back to Healdsburg. Bottom of the 5th inning, Prune Packers lead the Crabs 7-3. Baylor Sandberg out for another inning of work. And he will face 8-9-1 in the order for the Prune Packers. Campbell, Terre, and Souza. Savateri. Okay, Campbell will step in. Campbell inside 1-0. Crabs will be back at it tomorrow, 6 o'clock, here from Recreation Park, right here on ESPN 107.3 FM, 1340 AM, and the Crabs YouTube channel. Pitch is fouled off the plate, 1-1. Also same 6 o'clock start on Thursday. One of only 2 Thursday games this season, both on the road. And Friday, the Crabs will head down to Lincoln. 1-1 is a high chopper down the third baseline foul, 1-2. And if facing the best team in the PEL last season wasn't enough, next they will face the second best team in the PEL from last season, the Lincoln Potters. One-two is popped up in the infield. It's going to be the shortstop McNeil making the catch, 1 away. Sabateri will step in. Thanks to Tamara for letting me know to update the score on YouTube. Bishop Sabateri is in there for a called strike, 0-1. Unlike when we're at home and I have plenty of help, here on the road it is just a one-man show. So do appreciate your patience. One is up high, 1-1. Tamara's going to join me here at Recreation Park, I hear. At least tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow and Thursday. One is a slow grounder to the third baseman. Perazo gloves it, throw to first. It's offline. And Hirschkorn could not keep his foot on the bag. And so we'll see what the official score rules. I'm going to imagine that's going to be a hit. That was a really tough play for Perazo to make. But the official word is always the home official scorer, so we'll just have to see. I'll bring in Jay Souza. To Souza in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Throw over to first, and Sabateri back in safely. Saw a few Crabs fans here at Recreation Park, but overwhelmingly Prunebacker fans here at home. The one up high, 1-1. Just like in Arcata, the community here in Healdsburg loves their baseball team. And they have a very good baseball team, and it does not shock me that this stadium is packed just about every night. 1-1 is in the dirt. The runner goes, got a great jump. Is going to steal uncontested. Sabateri. So runner at second with 1 out. 2-1 count to Jay Souza. Two-1 pitch, the runner gets a great jump again. It's going to be a ground ball up the middle for a base hit. And Sabateri is going to score easily as he was going on the pitch, and it's 8-3. So Souza's at first with one out, another run in. And that's going to bring in Alex Leopard. Leopard in the dirt, pitch pops up high, Forsythe can't find it. And getting to second easily on the wild pitch is Jake Souza. And that pitch took a nasty hop at home plate, popped up into the air, and Forsythe could not find it. Runner at second with one out, and a 1-0 to Leopard. 1-0 is in there for a called strike, 1-1. If you missed it, Crabs manager Robin Guyver is not in the dugout. He was ejected in the third inning after several calls did not go the Crabs' way, and finally that was the final straw, and let the umpires know about it, and was tossed from the game. Turnaround by Sandberg, looking Souza back. One. Ooh, just misses. Outside or low, it's hard to tell from here, 2-1. Not saying the call was bad necessarily, I just, where I'm sitting, I don't have the best view of the strike zone. I don't have access to the TrackMan either. 2-1, misses just outside again, and it's 3-1. Three-one pitch, and it gets past Forsythe, and it's ball 4. So Leopard will head to first. It'll be first and second with one out. That's going to bring in Logan Sutter. Pitches in the dirt, 1-0.
She has a 7-year, 100,000-mile bumper to bumper. All you gotta do is just do right all the time. Yeah. But I mean, it's like, it's a Honda. What's gonna go wrong with it?
1-0 is up high, 2-0.
Yeah, she paid, I think, like 45 for it. And the place in town was charging 50.
Two-0 is swung on and missed, and it's 2-1.
For the next paycheck or two, it's gonna be all paid off. I think I only owe like $2,000 left on it. I had it for exactly a year. I was like, get rid of that overhead. $230 a month.
2-1, great breaking ball right down the middle for a called strike, and it's 2-2. Two in the dirt, and both runners are going to go. Forsythe can't get a handle on it. And both runners will advance safely on the wild pitch, making it now second and third with one out. Stop me if you've heard that one before. 3-2 count to Sutter. Crabs infield in at the corners. 3-2, up high, ball 4. And the bases will be loaded yet again with less than 2 outs. And that's going to bring in Jacob French. And Forsyth out to talk to Baylor Sandberg. And while we have a moment, take you through some scores from around Major League Baseball. Just to the south of us in San Francisco, it is 2-2 between the Giants and the Cleveland Guardians. Of course, the big story there, Rafael Devers making his debut for the Giants after the blockbuster, shocking trade between the Giants and the Red Sox. Dodgers and the Padres tied at 2 down in Los Angeles. Try to look for the A's score. Find it at some point. Pitches swung on and missed. The French tried to hold up, was unable to. It's 0-1. The A's trail 3-0 to the Astros over in West Sacramento. 0-1 misses up high, and it's 1-1. Misses outside, and it's 2-1 to French. Prune Packers have scored in every inning so far except for the third. The 2-1 pitch is a slow ground ball past the pitcher. First baseman gets to it, throws back to the pitcher at first, not in time. Everybody's going to be safe. Run comes in to score. It's 9-3 Prune Packers. And as my broadcast partner Benjamin Schaefer would say, no me gusta. And Benjamin, if you're watching or listening, I wish you were here with me. Games like this are much more fun to do with you than by myself. Alex Burge will step in, same situation, bases loaded, 1 out. And pitches way up high, 1-0. Benjamin is visiting family in Santa Cruz, which I'm sure he's happy about right now. The 1-0 is in there for a called strike, 1-1. And the umpire calls time and points down to the ground. Not sure why. Nothing on the field has changed. The count hasn't changed, so I don't know what that was about. The 1-1 is just outside, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is a fly ball down the left field line, but that's going to be out of play, foul. And it's 2-2. And again, for people watching, I do apologize for the angle and the overall viewing experience. I am in the stands, and so it's hard to get a good angle. The 2-2 is inside. Count goes full 3-2. Gotta do the best with what you've got on the road. There is no press box here at Recreation Park, so at the top of the stands here. 3-2 is fouled straight up and off the fence. Do it again, 3-2. 3-2 pitch is a ground ball right to the shortstop. Flip to second for one, and Morris dropped it, and the runner's safe. Everybody's safe. So Elijah McNeil, I mean, flipped it to Keenan Morris, and Keenan Morris couldn't handle the baseball. I mean, that's pretty much it. So I guess it's going to be an error on Keenan Morris. Everybody's safe. The bases are still loaded with one out, and it is 10-3 Prune Packers. And this field serves as a combination baseball-football field. Pitch is outside 1-0, and it is a football score on the scoreboard right now. One-0 is grounded foul off towards the Healdsburg dugout, and it's 1-1. One in the dirt. Nice job by Forsyth to corral that baseball. It's 2-1. I mean, the concern right now for the Crabs is, I mean, overusing their pitching and just the first game of a 6-game road trip, 6 games in a row. The 2-1 is a high chopper foul down the third base line. It's 2-2. Two is swung on and missed. That was a nasty pitch from Baylor Sandberg, 2 away. A really good pitch to make there in that situation. So bases loaded, 2 outs. Bring in J.C. Agard. Pitch to Agard is in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. One in the dirt. Did he hold up his swing? He did not. And it's 0-2. Line drive, left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. 1 runs in. The second run at the plate. And they got him. What a throw. I believe that was from Pappas out in center. Could have been Sewell out in left. Either way, another great throw from a Crabs outfielder. And runners cut down at the plate, and Prune Packers are not happy, but another run comes in. 4 runs here in the bottom of the 5th. Prune Packers lead 11-3. So we head to the top of the 6th inning. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to Healdsburg. Tough game for the Crabs. Top of the 6th inning. It's 11-3 Prune Packers, and I mean this Prune Packers team is just really, really good. I mean their offense is just relentless. They've had good pitching. They've played much cleaner baseball than the Crabs. The Crabs have had 3 errors. They're just a much better team tonight so far. All right, it's going to be Medikoff to lead it off. Medikoff up high, 1-0. Be followed by Hirschkorn and Forsyth. 1-0 in there for a called strike, and it's 1-1. One, misses inside, and it's 2-1. Well, it's gotten really nice here at Recreation Park in Healdsburg as the sun is starting to set. Very comfortable temperature. Pitches swung on and missed. 2-2. Game started around 85 degrees, I would assume at this point. In the 70s. 2-2's a ground ball right to the shortstop. Throw over to first. One away. First baseman bobbled it a little bit, but Campbell was able to make the play. Now bring in Houston Hirschkorn. Mr. Hirschkorn in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 misses high and outside, and it's 1-1. 1-1 up high, 2-1. Two one up high, and it's 3-1. Three one is fouled off to the right. Count goes full 3-2. Three two up high, ball 4. Hirschkorn was able to hold his swing. He'll head down to first with 1 out. I'll bring in Liam Forsyth. Forsyth is lashed right at the third baseman who plays it on tough hop. Throw to second for 1. On the first, not in time. It gets away from the first baseman, but I don't think Forsyth really realized the ball had gotten away and didn't really make any attempt to go to second. So it's going to be a 5-4 fielder's choice. So we're on our first of 2 outs. That'll bring in Elijah McNeil. Pitch to McNeil in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. A 1 in the dirt, throw back down to first, and a close play. But Forsyth is just back in safely. 1-1 count to McNeil. McNeil is a high fly ball, left center field. It's going to be the center fielder, Souza, making the catch, and that's going to do it for the Crabs here in the sixth. They fail to score. It's 11-3. Prune Packers as we head to the bottom of the sixth inning. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, Humboldt's ESPN 107.3 FM. Welcome back to Healdsburg. Bottom of the sixth inning, 11-3 Prune Packers. New pitcher in the game for the Crabs is number 34, Spencer Jacobs. And he will face Campbell, Savatere, and Souza for the Prune Packers here in the bottom of the sixth. So far on the season for Spencer Jacobs, this is his fourth appearance. He's pitched 7 innings. In those 7 innings, he's given up 4 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, 11 strikeouts, and 1 save on the season. Very good strikeout to walk ratio. And now a meeting between Forsyth and Spencer Jacobs. And we'll be right back here tomorrow on the radio and on the Crabs YouTube channel at 6 p.m. And same goes for Thursday. And then this weekend, we will head down to Lincoln for a 3-game series. 7:05 starts on Friday and Saturday. Then the Sunday game is at 6:05. Pitch to Campbell is fouled off to the right, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 in there for a called strike, and it's 0-2. Misses way inside. And it's 1-2. 1-2, way high and outside. And it's 2-2. Two pitch swung on and missed. That was a nasty breaking ball from Spencer Jacobs. One away. Had Campbell way out in front. Antonelli Savatere will step in. Pitch is a line drive, and that's going to get into center field for a base hit. That was an absolute screamer from Savatere. And bounced right in front of Pappas and kind of took a weird hop, but good job by the center fielder, Jacob Pappas, to get his glove up to field it. So runner at first with one out. I'll bring in the top of the order and Jay Souza. Pitch to Souza, in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Runner goes, the 0-1 is a called strike. The throw down to second is not in time. And Savatere steals second. All night, the Prune Packers have been very aggressive. This aggressive so far this season. It's definitely been tough on Crabs catcher Liam Forsyth. He's had a busy day behind the plate. 0-2's in the dirt. Great play by Forsyth to get that baseball on the hop. It's 1-2. One and two is fouled off to the right. Do it again, 1-2. One, two outside, 2-2. Runner on second, one out. Bottom of the sixth inning, the Prune Packers lead the Crabs 11-3. 2-2 count to Jay Souza. The pitch is popped up right side of the infield. It's going to be the second baseman, Keenan Morris, making the catch, 2 away. And now we're bringing Alex Leopard. Alex Leopard, definitely a name I remember from the 2024 Prune Packers team. So I believe Logan Sutter was on that team as well. Leopard swung on and missed, and that ball popped way up and into the stands, I think. I don't even know what happened there. The ball hit the dirt, bounced up so high, and I believe it hit the stands out of play, and so Savatere will be awarded third on the wild pitch. That pitch was swung on and missed, so it's 0-1. Pitches in there for a strike, 0-2. The 0-2 way up high. And it's 1-2. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. And it's 2-2. And Spencer Jacobs has been very wild here in this inning. Poor Liam Forsyth. I mean, he's had quite the night. 2-2 swung on and missed strike 3. That was a great pitch from Spencer Jacobs to get out of the inning, and that's going to do it for the Prune Packers here in the 6th. They lead 11-3 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. You're listening to Crabs Baseball 107.3 FM. Welcome back to Healdsburg, top of the 7th inning. It's 11-3 Prune Packers. 2 up for the Crabs. It will be Perazo, Morris, and Pappas. It's Michael Mechna. Perazo swung on and missed, 0-1. One is a ground ball on a few hops to the Prune Packers shortstop. Throw to first in time, 1 away. Campbell making the play. I'll bring in Keenan Morris. Morris with a couple of singles tonight. Just low and outside, 1-0. No pitch. Misses outside, 2-0. Two-0 in there for a called strike, and it's 2-1. Two-one pitch. This is outside, 3-1. High and inside ball 4. So Keenan Morris, I mean, he's had a pretty good night at the plate, and I mean, as he's done all season as the leadoff hitter, just gets on base. So runner at first, one out. I'll bring in Jacob Pappas. Mr. Pappas swung on and missed, 0-1. Throw to first, and Morris is back in safely. Oh, 1 is popped up. Center field coming in and making the catch is Souza, 2 away. Let's go bring in Cameron Sewell. He has a home run tonight. 2-run shot out to right field. Bringing in 2 of the 3 Crabs runs tonight. Pitch to Sewell is a grounder to the second baseman. Throws it to first. That's going to do it here in the 7th. Prune Packers lead 11-3 as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, Humboldt's ESPN 107.3 FM. Welcome back to Healdsburg. Bottom of the 7th inning, 11-3 Prune Packers. Spencer Jacobs out for his 2nd inning of work. And he will face Logan Sutter, followed by Jacob French and Alex Burge. Really tough game for the Crabs. I mean, the Prune Packers have just been the better team in just about every way. Pitch is inside, 1-0. Is grounded fouled on the third base line, 1-1. But as I was saying earlier, I mean, now that the Crabs have seen it, they've seen how good these Prune Packers are, hopefully that'll spur them to make the adjustments for tomorrow. Maybe they can steal a win. The 1-1 is in there for a called strike, and it's 1-2. One-two pitch low and inside, and it's 2-2. Some of the crowd here at Recreation Park starting to file out after the singing of "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3, and Spencer Jacobs has made that breaking ball work a few times. Let's go bring in Jacob French. Now there's no 50-50 here at Rec Park. Yes, here some of the fans leave after taking me out to the ball game. Mr. French is up high 1-0. Take Me Out to the Ball Game was sung by somebody on the field, and it was fine, but I much prefer the Crabgrass Band. The 1-0 is grounded foul down the first baseline. 1-1 might have got a piece of the first base coach. One is swung on and missed, and French tried to hold up, but definitely went around. 1-2 now. And it's skipped in the dirt, 2-2. Two misses outside. Count goes full, 3-2. Three-two pitch is a ground ball right to Keaton Morris at second. On to first, 2 away. And then I'll bring up Alex Burge. Pushed Burge is in the dirt, 1-0. Pitch in there for a called strike, and it's 1-1. Spencer Jacobs and the Crabs looking for a clean inning here. 1-1 is swung on and missed, 1-2. Really, at this point, with an 11-3 score, it's just about getting innings out of relievers to save some pitching for the other 5 games on this road trip. 1-2, that just missed outside, 2-2. Two pitch, called, strike 3, and that's going to do it for the Prune Packers here in the 7th. A great inning from Spencer Jacobs. Packers lead 11-3 as we head to the 8th. You're listening to Humboldt Crabs Baseball, ESPN 107.3 FM. Welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the 8th inning. Prune Packers lead the Crabs by a score of 11-3. Michael Mechna out for another inning of work for the Prune Packers. And you will face Enyart. Followed by Medikoff and Hirschkorn. As night falls here in wine country. Around Major League Baseball, Cleveland Guardians have taken a 3-2 lead over the Giants. Top of the 7th. Ooh, tough game for the A's. They're down 7-0. Top of the 5th over in West Sacramento. And the Dodgers and the Padres remain tied at 3. Bottom of the 5th. And Yart steps in. From Recreation Park in Healdsburg, California. I believe this is a pretty historic stadium. It's been around for a while. Pitch to Enyart is a pop-up on the infield. And it's going to be the second baseman, Savateri, making the catch on the way. I'll bring in Tate Medikoff. Medikoff in there for a called strike, going 1. Yeah, 1. In there for a called strike again. It's 0-2. O2 misses outside, and it's 1-2. I believe I remember hearing a few years ago that the Prune Packers actually don't have top priority in this ballpark. It's the Little League teams in the area that get first priority here. The 1-2 is shattered bat that goes out into the infield. The shortstop fields it, throws over to first, 2 away. That's the second time that's happened to a Crabs hitter. Kate Campbell making the play over at short. That'll bring in Houston Hirschkorn. So as I was saying, the Little League teams get higher priority on this field than the Prune Packers do. It's truly a community stadium here in Healdsburg. And all those, I also remember hearing all those outfield signs out in left field, they have to take them down every night and put them back up every single game, unlike the Arcata Ballpark where you just stay up. Pitch to Hirschkorn is a high chopper, fouled on the third base line, 0-1. A 1 pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-1. 1-1, skipped into the dirt, and it's 2-1 to Houston Hirschkorn. Two one, check swing. He did not go around. 3-1 to Hirschkorn. 3-1, swung on and missed. Count goes full 3-2. Two is up high, ball 4. Hirschkorn will head down to first with 2 outs, and that'll bring in Liam Forsyth.
Liam Forsyth.
Go Liam!
Pitch to Forsyth is low and inside, 1-0.
Go Liam! One time.
1-0 is in the dirt, and it's 2-0. Two 2-0 pitch misses low, and it's 3-0 to Liam Forsyth. Three-0 pitch in the dirt, ball 4. So all of a sudden, Mechna has lost some control. First and second, 2 outs. I'll bring in Elijah McNeil. And Joey Gomes out to talk to his pitcher. Again, back here tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Right here on ESPN 107.3 FM, 1340 AM, and the Crabs YouTube channel. Same start time on Thursday, 6 o'clock. And then Friday and Saturday in Lincoln at 7:05. And then Sunday game is at 6:05. That's going to be a late night for the Crabs because they play 6:05 p.m. game on Sunday in Lincoln. And then right after that, drive back home and get home very late. Pitch to McNeil is in the dirt, 1-0. But I am not complaining. I do, even though this game is not going well on the field, I do always enjoy doing these road games. I wish Benjamin would come with me to more of them. 1-0 is in there for a called strike, and it's 1-1. One pitch low and outside. The throw back down to second, and it's pretty close, but back in safely is Hirschkorn. And he was well off the bag and almost got picked by the Packers catcher. Two 2-1, right down the middle for a called strike, and it's 2-2. Two, a line drive out to left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. One run is being waved around Second run being waved around. The play at the plate is offline. He's going to score. And going to third is McNeil. And now the Crabs have cut the lead to 11-5.
Batting for the Crabs for Sacramento State.
A 2 RBI double. A throwing error, I think, on the center fielder to allow McNeil to go to third, and that's going to chase Mechna from this game. So Boom Packers make a pitching change, a couple of runs in for the Crabs. They still trail 11-5 here in the top of the 8th. Runner at third with 2 outs. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to Healdsburg. Top of the 8th inning, runner at third with 2 outs. And the Boom Packers lead 11-5. A couple of runs in for the Crabs here in the top of the 8th. And coming in to pitch for the Prune Packers is number 26, Blake Crawford, also out of the University of Oregon. All 3 pitchers that have appeared in this game for the Packers have been Ducks. And he will face Michael Perazzo and see what the Crabs can do here. They've made a little bit of a dent in the big Prune Packer lead. 2 RBI double from Elijah McNeil. Throwing error sent him to third. We're about ready to go. Michael Perazzo will step in. Lefty-lefty matchup. Pitch to Perazzo high and inside 1-0. Was fouled off the plate, and it's 1-1. I would say about half the crowd still here from the crowd that was here at the start of the game. It was packed. I mean, stands were pretty much full. 1-1 is way high and inside, and catcher gets to it quickly, and McNeil stays at third. Crawford pretty much threw it all the way to the backstop, and that's what kept McNeil at third in the end, really. Two one, misses well inside, and it's 3-1. 3-1, outside ball 4. So Peraza works the walk, and Crabs keep it moving. First and third, 2 outs, and we'll bring up a hitter who's had a very good night for the Crabs, and Keenan Morris. Couple of hits, walk. Pitch to Morris is line fouled on the left field line. It's 0-1. A 1 pitch, right down the middle for a called strike, and it's 0-2.
Come on, one time.
0-2 pitch is way up high. 1-2. Good job by the catcher Burge to reach up and grab it. Crawford for the Prune Packers has been a little bit wild here in this top of the 8th since coming in. One, two, swung on and missed. It gets away from the catcher. Runner breaking in from third, and they're going to call the hitter out and the play dead.
Now batting number 35 from Fresno State, Jacob Pappas.
And there are already 2 outs. Okay, so with 2 outs, Papa steps in, and the pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Well, McNeil scored on that play, so. Pitch is swung on and missed, 0-2. So it's 11-6. Pitch is fouled off, and it's still 0-2. So strike 3 wild pitch. Scores McNeil. Oh, 2 high and outside, and it's 1-2. One, two fouled back, and it's still 1-2. So first and second, 2 outs, top of the 8th. Prune Packers lead 11-6. Crabs scored 3 runs here in the top of the 8th inning. One, two, swung on and missed, strike 3. That's going to do it for the Crabs, but they make a pretty good dent in the Prune Packer lead. They still trail 11-6. We head to the bottom of the 8th. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to Healdsburg, bottom of the 8th inning. Prune Packers lead by a score of 11-6, and Crabs have made this a much closer ball game than it's been the majority of the time. 3 runs in the top of the 8th. So Spencer Jacobs out for yet another inning. Will face Ladoff, Agard, and Campbell. I'll give Spencer Jacobs a ton of credit. Pitches in the dirt, 1-0. He's done a pretty good job at settling things down and eating some innings for the Crabs pitching staff. I mean, it's a 6-game road trip, all 6 games without an off day. The 1-0 is in the dirt, 2-0. So in games like this where you're down by a lot, at least earlier, does become a concern. Pitcher usage and managing the pitching staff. 2-0 is inside, and it's 3-0. In there for a called strike, and it's 3-1. High and inside, ball 4. So laid off with the leadoff walk. It's going to bring in Agard. Agard is lined down the left field line, just fair. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. Runner is going to be held up at third, and cruising into second with a double is Agard. Second and third, nobody out. That'll bring in Kate Campbell. Campbell is grounded foul down the third base line, and it's 0-1. A 1 in the dirt, and it's 1-1. And that's lashed foul down the left field line. 1-2. One-two swung on and missed. Strike 3. What a great pitch from Spencer Jacobs. He's had that breaking ball working very well. The second and third with 1 out. Antonelli Savateri will step in. Pitches in there for a strike, going 1. Oh, 1. This is outside, and it's 1-1. low and outside, and it's 2-1. Two one is popped up left side of the infield. The third baseman backpedaling back and then coming back in to make a very nice catch. Michael Perazzo, that was certainly an adventure out there in shallow left field. But makes a great play, and second and third, 2 outs after Prune Packers had second and third with nobody out. I'll bring in Jay Souza. Mr. Souza swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Oh, 1, high and outside, 1-1. 1-1 swung on and missed again, 1-2. One, two is a high chopper over to the first baseman who gloves it on a weird hop and makes the play, and that ball was called foul. Down the first base line. Maybe he was off the hitter's foot. Well, either way, that was a pretty good play by Crabs first baseman Houston Hirschkorn. That ball had some spin to it, probably because it was hit off the foot of the batter. 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3, and you've got to give Spencer Jacobs a ton of credit. I mean, Crabs pitching really has struggled tonight, and he has come in here and provided several really, really outstanding innings for the Crabs, and that's going to do it here in the bottom of the 8th. Crabs trail 11-6. Last chance for them as we head to the top of the 9th. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to Healdsburg, top of the 9th inning. Last chance for the Crabs. They trail 11-6. And Blake Crawford and on the mound for another inning for the Prune Packers. He will face Sewell, Enyart, and Medikoff. Especially Sewell and Enyart. Those are the guys you want up in this situation. And the fact that the Crabs are only down 5, I mean, shows a lot of fight from this team. And this game has not been close for the majority of the game until they put up 3 in the 8th. You never know. I mean, 5 runs in baseball is not insurmountable. It is definitely difficult, but it's been done before. All right, Sewell will step in. Pitches pitched, and there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. A 1 in the dirt, and it's 1-1. One is fouled straight back to the screen, and it's 1-2. I mean, look, if the Crabs play cleaner baseball tomorrow, limit the walks, we'll get some timely hits, jump out in front first. I think that's also very important. And they could steal a win from this very good Prune Packer team. 1-2. The fans were anticipating a strikeout. And it looked pretty good from here, but rule the ball 2-2. Prune Packer team is very good. Best team in the Pacific Empire League. They're not impossible to beat, though. 2-2 is swung on and foul tipped out of the glove of the catcher. Do it again, 2-2. Two pitch. Low and inside. Count goes full 3-2. Another gutsy take from Cameron Sewell. And a good at bat.
Healdsburg.
3-2, outside, ball 4. Great at bat from Cameron Sewell. Gets on base to start the 9th. That'll bring in Adam Enyart, who stung a double out to right field earlier in the game. Crabs home run leader, 5 coming into this game. Crabs just need to keep the line moving. Pitch to Enyart, in there for a called strike 0-1. Just fouled off, and it's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. That was a good pitch from Crawford. Pitch tailing away from Enyart made him chase. 1 out. The runner on first. I'll bring in Tate Medikov. Just swung on and missed, 0-1. Oh, 1 misses low, 1-1. One is swung on and missed, 1-2. One, 2 is Popped up foul out of play on the first base side. Do it again, 1 and 2. One, two is sprayed foul off to the right again. Do it over 1 and 2. One, two, misses low, and it's 2 and 2. Good at bat from Tate Medikoff. Just like Cameron Sewell's at bat. 2-2 swung on and missed strike 3. As I say that, he chases a pitch low. Another good pitch from Crawford, 2 away. Runner at first, Crabs down to their last out. I'll bring in Houston Hirschkorn.
Let's go, Prune Packers!
So Hirschkorn way over the catcher's head and up against the backstop. And that's going to allow Sewell to go into second on the wild pitch. Although that's a run that the Prune Packers are not super concerned with. One, two in there for a called strike. And it's 1 and 1. And one swung on and missed, 1 and 2, and Crabs down to their final strike. Crabs will most likely drop to 12 and 1 overall, 0 and 1 in league play. 1-2 misses way inside, and it's 2 and 2. 2-2 misses outside. Count goes full 3 and 2. Three-two pitch, outside ball 4. So good at bat from Hirschkorn, and Crabs keep it moving along. First and second, 2 outs. That'll bring in Liam Forsythe. As my partner Benjamin Schaefer likes to say, the beauty of baseball is that there is no clock. The Packers have to get this third out in order to win this game, so perhaps keep it moving along. Something good might come of it. Push to Forsythe, low and inside 1-0, and there have been some good at-bats here in the 9th inning. 1-0 pitch way up high and outside, 2-0. Two-0 pitch fouled straight back. And it's 2-1. Sewell at second, Hirschkorn at first. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Crabs down 11-6. Two-one is fouled back. And again, it's 2-2, and the Crabs are down to their final strike. They've certainly battled in this game. I mean, most of the game was not super close. They put up 3 runs in the top of the 8th to bring it to 5. They showed some fight. 2-2 up high, and the count goes full 3-2. Another great at-bat from a Crabs hitter here in the 9th inning. And this crowd getting restless. I mean, they've wanted this 3rd out for a while now. Here we go, the 3-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's the ball game. Well, the Prune Packers showed why they're the best team in the Pacific Empire League, and their bats came out. The Crabs made a few costly errors and some walks and some hit-by pitches, and overall, the Prune Packers are just the better team tonight. Even though the Crabs did make a push, and there was some good pitching by Spencer Jacobs and home run by Cameron Sewell, so not all bleak. But unfortunately, the Crabs do take it on the chin here in the first game of this road trip, 11-6. We'll be back here, right back here tomorrow on the radio and on the stream at 6 o'clock. Thank you for everybody for watching and listening. Thank you to Zach Rogers back in the studio for operating the board as well. Good night, everybody. This has been Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM.